Ladies and gentlemen, the 10-kilometer man is about to get underway. We are now in the starter's hands.
And if you only get one in your country in the top 10, you can't get two for next year. Might seem a bit stringent, but if you've qualified one in the top 10, you can't get two. Well, we're going to take off on time this time. Blue flag raised. Blue flag down, and we are underway in the men's 10K at the 18th FINA World Championships here in Yeosu. And as you remember from the women's 10K a couple of days ago, the early lead does not really mean a thing, but jockeying for position is very important. Some people like to go nice and early. The majority like to keep in with that pack and make their push, make their surge a little bit later on. We'll obviously lose a few quite early on. Some of the more inexperienced 10K swimmers will drop off the back of the pack pretty quickly. But just draw your attention, as I did the other day, to when they come around to the pontoon on the first lap, that buoy that leads them into the first circuit into the second is actually very narrow. A couple of swimmers got it completely wrong the other day, lost their position, but dropped down about 10 or 15 places. So when they come into the buoy in front of the pontoon, which will be in around about 15 minutes, then they need to be very careful because they can easily go off course and add maybe another 100 or 200 meters to their journey, which is obviously what they do not want. So conditions could not really be much better from a open water point of view. It's not too warm, it's certainly not raining. The weather conditions are pretty much ideal, and the water temperature is ideal for what we're seeing. We're expecting Ferry Veertman of the Netherlands to be in that opening pack. Jordan Villimoski as well. Olivier, the 1-2-3 for a couple of years ago. Our first actual check on their transponders won't come until the 700-meter mark, so we've got a little way to go before we get that. As ever, a flotilla of boats. One of those up at the front is David Heron of the USA, wearing 43, the 24-year-old from America. And right at the very front is the German Florian Velbrock. Another one of those converted pool swimmers. Majority of the 10K swimmers do 1,500 meters as well. Some do 800. Velbrock is one of those 1,500-meter swimmers who's converted. 210. Early lead with Gregorio Paltrinieri, the gold medalist from Rio in the 1,500 meters freestyle. Certainly going to be amongst the leading contenders. Going to be trying to defend his title in the pool in a few days' time. So what do you reckon? We're about 50 there. Well, let's get more than that because we haven't really dropped too many off the back yet. It's a very big field, probably one of the biggest fields there has ever been in the 10K. You won't get anywhere near the amount when we get to the Olympics. That'll become right down. It's 25 last time, so that's why it makes it so crucial that you get a position on the team for 2020, and top 10 will do that when this race is completed. So early pace setter is the German Florian Velbrock, turns 22 next month. Maximilian David Heron of the USA is following him, and seeing breakout here from Velbrock, trying to just open up the pack nice and early because everyone's keeping contention. There's a whole mass, as you can see, of bodies there, all pretty close, trying to look for their own little bit of water, their own little space. That's why some like to go a little bit wider, but of course if you do that, then you get into one of the turning circles that we need here for the pontoon. To work your way back in the shore, and that can add a little bit more time and a bit more distance on the swim. But Velbrock of Germany looking comfortable, and the Canadian, one of the two Canadians, Holy Fan, Canadians wearing 2 and 4 in this race. John McKay. Jack Bennell of Great Britain is right in there. 5th 4 years ago. 4th 2 years ago, of course, was on the verge of picking up an Olympic medal 2 years ago when he got involved with Ousmalouli. Now, one thing you're wanting to do is keep well clear of Ousmalouli, the Greek. Athanasios Kinagakis is also in that front back, but Henry is a little way behind the Germans. We see the start. Now again, offensive out position, everybody goes straight off the pontoon. And actually this time, he waited, oh, that's 2. There's 1, because I didn't want to go at all. Who was that who waited right until the very, very end? One waited till everybody had gone before he jumped in. An even break about 55 at the minute. About 15 who's held back, and then a couple who waited till the very last moment, so they didn't get involved in all the wash. Talking to a few of the coaches this morning about the feeding station and just how complicated that can be, especially when you're going to get as many swimmers as we've got today. When you've got 75 swimmers as we have today, the feeding station could be carnage first time around. There will be quite a lot all going to the feeding station at the same time, but this man is so well clear of everybody else at the moment, he's not going to have to worry about it. The only man we can concentrate on with our close-up camera is Florian Bellbrock of Germany. A man who, so many others, made his name in the 800 and 1500. David Heron still in second place for the USA. That hasn't changed pretty much for the first few hundred meters. First check we'll get on positions will come at 700k, 700 meters, rather, 700k, 700 meters. Be the first check. With, suit. Interesting to see the tactics here of Ferry Bertman, the Dutch winner from 2 years ago, and indeed the Olympic champion from 2016. See Jack Bennell in the front there with a GB cap. He's in the top 5 or 6 at this stage. Krzysztof Brzozowski, the 5K winner from the other day. That's the Hungarian. So here's our first check. Bellbrock from Paltronieri set the transponder off in second place, and the Americans didn't for some reason. That will get corrected in a moment. But Bellbrock is definitely a clear leader at this stage. Paltronieri of Italy in second place. John McKay of Canada and Holy Fan, also of Canada, in the top 6. Let's see where the Olympic champion is. And the Olympic champion is 11th at the moment, according to our first check. So that has been corrected. So everything now will tell us from the 700-meter mark. Bellbrock from Paltronieri, from David Heron, Rob Muffles of Germany, Krzysztof Brzozowski, Kirill Abrosimov of Russia, Jack Bennell of Great Britain, and the first of the Canadians is Holy Fan. Rafael Gil of Portugal, Marc-Antoine Olivier, the bronze medalist from 2 years ago, is in 10th place. And then the Indonesian, Afla Prawira, John McKay, Chen Ho, and Daniel Selikeli will be next in that list. That's the top 15 or so, the last check. Bellbrock, though, from the Italian. There's lots of hopes of Paltronieri to do both an open water and a 1,500-meter freestyle double. Well, he is one of the top 1500 meters freestyle swimmers in the world. Krzysztof Rosowski looking for a notable double here himself with the 5K already secured from 3 days ago. Rock is making a little bit of a procession early on, but it's very, very early days yet. We only reached 1K yet of the 10K. Valtronieri and Rosowski are virtually side by side. Rob Muffles of Germany is in there. David Heron too. Early fan of Canada, just to protect the Canadian cap amongst that bunch. They come around the big yellow buoy, and Rosowski just heading Valtronieri according to the transponder, but it looks like the German's still leading to me. We'll get corrected in a moment. Yeah, there's still Velbrock, I think. Velbrock from Valtronieri, then Heron, then Muffles, then Rosowski of Hungary. Brozimov of Russia, Jack Bennell of Great Britain is right up there in about 7th or 8th place. That's what's happening further down the field. And moving up through the field is Takeshi Toyoda of Japan. Still pretty much where he was at the check before last is Marc-Antoine Olivier. Raphael Gilles going well. Malul is quite a way back in that pack, so no concern. He's a man who was winning 1500 meters freestyle titles back in 2009 and the Olympic title of the 10K in 2012. Right. So, Velbrock, Valtronieri, Heron, Muffles, Rosowski, Abrozimov, Bernal, Fan, and Gilles. That's how it looked when we last got a check. There'll be another 0.8 before we get that. There's the top 3. As it looked when we went. But the Italian now putting in a bit of a challenge on the German, not wanting to let him get too far away. And Rosowski, who knows this course intimately now, having done the 5K. They're all together, all 3 of them, before we get to the next group, which includes Rob Muffles of Germany and Great Britain's Jack Burnell, Marc-Antoine Olivier and Raphael Gilles side by side, and Tony Fan of Canada and Evgeny Kravchev of Russia. Also there with David Aubry of France. So starting to open up a little bit in front of the pack here. 3 together, then there's another group and another group behind that. That'll change numerous times before we conclude this 10K for men, which will be, I think, probably the most competitive event of the week. That top 10 placing gets them into the Olympics as of right next year. Look at this. Nothing to choose between top 3 really, the German, the Italian and the Hungarian. Valtronieri just trying to work his way through to lead on the far side with the black cap. In the middle is the German Velbrock. Those 2 just slightly ahead of Krzysztof Rosowski. He's got a little bit of water to himself, but not a lot. Great Britain's Jack Burnell right on his feet. And we are well past the 1K of the 10K now with the Italian. So we'll see him in the pool later in the week, and well, actually the back end of the program in the pool. 1500 meters freestyle comes towards the end of that program. He's one of the quickest in the world over 1500. So they're the main names to watch out for. The 14-year-old, we'll keep an eye on Alan Vido of the Seychelles. He might well be quite a long way back, but he's 14 years of age. Doesn't turn 15 until the back end of this year. He might well be amongst the stragglers later on, but 14-year-old doing open water is a fairly unusual occurrence. So Rosowski and Valtronieri. Kravchev of Russia is in the pack behind. Also, another red cap will be Toby Robertson right now. I don't see him on our list, but there's another visible GB cap, which is blue. There's Jack Burnell on the right. Yeah, Toby Robertson is there for GB. So Rozovsky, Baltrinieri, Veldbrock all up there. Burnell, Muffles of Germany, Mulifan, Kirill Brozimov, Marc-Antoine Olivier, we know is a real pedigree open water swimmer, having done what he's done the last couple of years. Third at the Olympics, third at the World Championship last time round. But Vilimovsky of America is the one that seems to be absent at the moment from the top 10. Vilimovsky was the winner in 2015, second 2 years ago. Don't seem to see him in the mix. We do very much see Baltrinieri, as we kind of thought we would do, the 24-year-old Italian. Gold in Budapest in the 1500 meters freestyle. What we can do is a notable double here in Gwangju next week. And the Italian, he likes to do in the pool, trying to front run this. Well, difficult to do in a 10k race, but we all know where his race pacing, his race plans are, as indeed will the German next to him, Florian Veldbrock. The last check was about 0.2 between them. It's pretty much the same now. There's the stroke rates. Baltrinieri will be going well. Seen Kai Edwards of Australia with the gold cap, just coming into the chasing pack. I'd say at the moment we don't seem to be seeing Jordan Vilimovsky at all, which surprises me. But check on the next check will be 1.7k, so we'll get more of an idea. But interesting to see the German and the Italian, I say racing each other. Well, they're not quite racing because it's too long to go to race, but trying to get the most advantageous position at the front of the pack they can. German, Veldbrock on your left, well, I was looking at now on the right-hand side. Italian next to him, but you see the whole group behind, including Jack Burnell of Great Britain. Marc-Antoine Olivier, the Frenchman's in that group, and the Hungarian, who was looking at notable double now, Krzysztof Rozovsky. So I can't quite count them all yet. Still the situation is probably about 40-45 in the pack you're looking at. Dropped about 20 or 30 by now. Just a bit further back, but say the standard and quality of this 10k is such that we're not going to lose a lot early stage. Right, they're coming towards us now. Around that yellow buoy. That's very tight. Look how tight that is to get all that lot through. And you don't want to go too wide because then you have to funnel into a very, very narrow space. And actually Jack Burnell's done exceptionally well. You can see that. He got himself in the ideal position now. He's not going to go for a feed. Some are, quite a lot are not. And Baltrinieri is. So he's lost his position a little bit because he's gone for a feed. German's going for a feed but carrying on. The Frenchman, look at the battle. This is what I mean when I get the first feeding station. We thought this might happen. There are just so many all going for a feed at the same time that that is a complete fun fight. And well, Jack Burnell did come across to go for a feed. I didn't think he was going to, and there he is coming out on front. Jack Burnell with the German Florian Veldbrock coming through together around that buoy. Veldbrock deciding to take his speed. He's coming around. I think Burnell took his. We'll get another time check here at 1.7k. And Jack Burnell hits the front for Great Britain. Rozovsky, Veldbrock. Then it's the Greek, actually. Athanasios Kinigakis for Muffles, Tobias Robinson of Great Britain, Toby Robinson in there too, Raphael Gilles, David Aubrey, Holyfan, David Heron, Gregorio Baltrinieri. Well, that feed didn't go particularly well then, and this is one thing that all swimmers who are adapting to open water have to learn very quickly, that can be where you lose a lot of time and quite a bit of ground. Now, Baltrinieri, as we saw, going around that buoy, was actually either in the lead or second, but when he took his feed, he dropped down outside the top 10 in 11th place. Marc-Antoine Olivier's in there too. Now, Jordan Vilimovsky, I said, where was he? The answer is he's 13th now. Drachev of Russia also in the top 14. Then 15th place is the Russian. Jack Bernal from Krzysztof Rozowski at the last checkpoint. Florian Velbrock, Anastasios Kinagakis, Rod Muffles, Toby Robinson of Great Britain, Raphael Gilles, David Aubrey, and Holy Fan. Well, Bernal probably won't have to worry too much about Maluli today because he's quite a long way back in the field, so I don't think that scrap's going to happen again. That's the back of the field. Will be so keeping an eye for Alan Vido. Didn't appear on that screen that time, the 14-year-old, but there'll be a lot of interest in him. Going back down the field just a little bit to Rinald Pius of Estonia.
They also have, of course, to make sure they don't.
And that is the checkpoint at 1.7K. Front of the race, though, the top 9 separated by 3 seconds, 3.2 seconds between the top 9, top 10, actually separated by only 7 seconds. So that's how it is. Rozowski, winner of the 5K the other day, right up there, pushing Jack Bernal. Florian Velbrock, who was our early leader, is still in that pack. And Baltrinieri will be very annoyed because look at this now. That worked all right for the Brits. Jack Bernal didn't work terribly well for the Italian. Kind of got caught. Now Bernal, look at the position, couldn't be tighter to that buoy coming round, and that took him in front ahead of the German. And that is experience for you because Bernal, top 5 in 2015, fourth a couple of years ago, was right in the mix for an Olympic medal in Rio. From Loughborough, trained by David Hemmings, who I'm sure is looking on, waiting to see what's happening. Actually, he coaches both of the British Open water swimmers here. Toby Robinson as well is in there. Now, Britain will be looking for 2 in the top 10. That's exactly what they've got at the moment. They've got 2 in the top 6. So third at the moment is the Greek, Athanasios Kyriakis. Where's the Italian? What's happened to Baltrinieri because so that feed was not very beneficial from his point of view, but it's not going to knock him totally off his stroke, I'm sure. Captain Toby Robinson right in the middle there. Vilimovsky's making his way through for the USA. There's David Aubrey of France, who was 6th 2 years ago. As they move away from the big aquarium and the big wheel. Far side, all the expo buildings that were built 7 years ago, most of them still in use. The wheel, however, I've not seen in use at all in all the time I've been here, but it's obviously part and parcel of their 2012 Expo. So Rozowski up there for the Hungarians. In that mix as well. See the cap of Hungary on the far side. Looks like Baltrinieri's worked his way through to the front again. Having been quite a way back. Kenegakis of Greece still keeping his position. Burnell's dropped back from the lead. I don't think being out front this early was in his race plan, so he just wants to stick in that group. I'm sure the top 10, 15 are all pretty competitive. I don't think we're going to see a situation like we saw in the women's 10K, where Swimmer comes through from 30th through to win it. Looks like to be the bunch we see now, maybe up to 15, 16 have a possibility to win this, but Baltronieri will have been annoyed to think about that feed. It didn't quite work out for him, but he works his way back to the front of the field again, does the Italian. He's a very strong swimmer. And absolutely ideally built for open water swimming. Baltronieri. David Heron is there too. David Aubry of France. Rob Muffles of Germany. The German's doing pretty well. Florian Velbrock of Germany right up the front, as is Rob Muffles. So Germans at the moment, and Britain do have two potentially in the top 10 here. They'll be around another big boy. You want to get your positioning right here as you go around. So not quite such a narrow filter funnel this time. Velbrock, Rozovsky, Kenegakis, Burnell. The latest check, which is almost a quarter-way stage of the race now. German from the Hungarian, then it's the Greek. Jack Burnell in fourth, David Aubry, Gregorio Baltronieri. They looked to be in the front when we last saw the picture, so maybe his transponder went late, but he's certainly there. Marc-Antoine Olivier, Toby Robinson, Esteban Enderica Salgado, Ecuador. First time we mentioned him in the race, up to 9th. Van Holy of Canada, 10th. 11th is Evgeny Drachev. Rob Muffles, Raphael Gilles and David Heron make up the top 14. And joint 15th at the moment is John McKay and Kirill Abrosimov, Santiago Arteta of Argentina, and Kai Edwards, all in the top 20 at the 2.4K stage. And I tell you what is already springing to mind is just how quick this race is. So we are looking at a very, very quick race. This might be the quickest, and not the quickest ever 10K we've seen, because that is a very, very quick checkpoint at 2.4K, with our leader clocking 25:14. Wow, that's cracking on. That really is quick. And all of the top 15 inside 25 minutes and 22 seconds. At the last check. This one will be not too far away now. Another 100 meters before we get another checkpoint. But that's not going to change a lot, I don't think, in that time. Velbrock, Rozovsky, Kenegakis, Burnell, Baltronieri of Italy, who came up with 7th on our transponder last time. I'm thinking a bit further forward than 7th. Isn't that top 3 pairing? Then Burnell's back there as well. The German cap of Rob Muffles still very visible, as is the Canadian Holy Fan. There are 2 Canadians, and then John McCabe in the other. He's not too far off that pack either. So there'll be another check as they come round the buoy, the 2.6K. So we're over a quarter of the way of the race done now as they come round that big yellow marker, which will also signify another time check for us. So the transponders on the back of there will tell us what's happening and who's where. Velbrock, Rozovsky, Baltronieri, Abrosimov, Kenegakis. Now Nicholas Sloman of Australia has moved up into 6th place from nowhere. David Aubry is 7th. 8th is Jack Burnell. Marc-Antoine Olivier in 11th place, just transport, just sorting the numbers out and the times out. Velbrock, though, from Rozovsky and Baltronieri. Then Abrosimov, Kenegakis, Sloman of Australia has come from nowhere to be 6th. Aubry in 7th. Kai Edwards, 2 Australians now in the top 10. Zubek of the Czech Republic in 9th. Victor Johansson in 10th. Marc-Antoine Olivier 11th. Jack Burnell in 12th, but the gap between the leader and Burnell in 12th is only 7 seconds. Nothing to choose between. Top 20 really. The constant pretty much all the way through has been Florian Wellbrock of Germany. A few whistles from the referee. No indication of any yellow cards as yet. Pretty clear, clean race so far. As it gets a little bit more intense and it gets a bit more grouped up in the leading pack, we might have a few more yellow cards, but the Australian Nicholas Sloman is the one who's made the biggest improvement over the last 0.5k. It's right in there. German Wellbrock, though, still with Paltrinieri and Rozovsky. It hasn't changed a great deal the last 0.5k. As the red cap and Toby Robinson quite easy to spot. Victor Colonese of Brazil, at last time check moved up to 13th. David Heron. Takeshi Toyoda of Japan is the leading Japanese in 16th. Evgeny Drachev of Russia 18th. Rafael Gilles with his teammate Thiago Campos 19th and 20th, and Toby Robinson was back in 21st my last check, but nothing really between the top 20-25 really. Top three separated by 2.5 seconds that last check. So Wellbrock and Rozovsky, Paltrinieri. The stroke rates, well, you'd expect with Paltrinieri being mainly a pool swimmer that the stroke rate probably would be a bit higher. Wellbrock, obviously another converted pool swimmer, just adapting his stroke for the open water. You don't want to burn yourself out too early in an event like this. They've broken the back of the 10k now as they get towards the 3k mark. It's Florian Wellbrock, Christoph Rozovsky, Gregorio Paltrinieri. Brosimov's in there. And a couple of British caps. The red one of Robinson, the blue one of Jack Brunel. Front pack has barely changed. Front five has hardly changed. Saw Kinegakis of Greece is maybe the surprise, although the Greeks have a very, very good tradition in open water with Spiridon Giannoutis getting the silver medal at the Olympics and the bronze medal in the 2015 World Championships. But, back to where we were with the German up against the Italian, as it was when they were around that first pontoon marker. Wellbrock, Paltrinieri, Rozovsky in that second pack with Abrosimov and Kinegakis. Looking for the gold cap of Nicholas Sloman, the top of the two Australians. Next check will be at 3.4k, so it'll be a third of the race gone when we next get a proper check from the transponder. Very visible from our camera on the boat at Wellbrock and Paltrinieri. Basically going stroke for stroke, side by side. And coming back into the picture, Jack Brunel of Great Britain. Kinegakis going well for the Greeks still. And that mass of bodies at the front separated by just a mere 7 seconds from the front of the pack to the bottom of the second pack. Wellbrock had, well, no lead at all over Rozovsky the last check, but Rozovsky is just slightly back off the picture now. Probably about 15-20 in that little collection there. Wellbrock of Germany, 22-year-old from the Italian Paltrinieri. Brosimov will be capless, so that might make a slight identification for a a little difficult, but of course his transponder will pick up when he goes past the 3.4 checkpoint, which will be the next one we get to. Top two, though, nicely locked together. German at the top of your picture, the Italian just down below, Baltrinieri. 22-year-old up against the 25-year-old. Jack Burnell, stroke rates. It's kind of midway between Wellbrock's and Baltrinieri's. Brozimov of Russia. 36. Just see, it's quite interesting to notice that Baltrinieri, although Burnell has been a pool swimmer, but mainly now associated with open water. The adaptation of that stroke rate to meet the different demands of swimming in the open water rather than lane swimming. Italian going to the front now, just, I think. Maybe that might be the angle that tells us that he's leading, but he and the German are separated by a negligible amount. The next time check will tell us exactly how much. They're coming towards the shore now, so they'll be coming round to the feeding station in about 200 meters time. Now, Baltrinieri will want to make sure he doesn't get out of line this time, or takes his feed at the right time, because he lost quite a few places last time, which he may have intended to do, just take a nice leisurely feed and catch up, which is pretty much what he did do, but he did drop down from the leader to 8th. Now, the person who got it absolutely right last time was Jack Burnell of Great Britain, who came out on top, came around that buoy in first place. I'll say it's some like to take a feed, some like to take feed and go on their backs for a little bit, to take the feed and then go back up to their fronts again. Everybody has a slightly different technique of the way they want to do it. Everybody ready with their long poles with the feed, obviously a flag on the end to indicate it's yours. So let's see how Baltrinieri and Velbrock take theirs this time. Rozovsky 2. So Italian will take his feed. He goes onto his back. The others will come swimming past him. He takes a very, very quick feed and then back into it. And there's Burnell taking his.
Good, Jack. Good.
Takes it away. Just a very, very quick swig of whatever it is in there. It's not water. It'll be their own particular concoction. And that worked out pretty well this time for Velbrock. Will be the first round. But look at Burnell. That's very interesting. Burnell again will probably come out. No, the Italian this time getting round first. Baltrinieri, that was a much, much better feed for the Italian. Got it absolutely right this time, whereas last time around he came out trailing a little bit. And that will give him a little bit of wash from the boat, I think. Here's the next time check. It will be Baltrinieri who will come through first. Well, that will get corrected on our screen. It says Velbrock, but we can see visibly it's not. Visibly it's Baltrinieri who leads. Italian well out the front. Burnell and Velbrock came through at around about the same time. And then David Aubrey of France, Christoph Rozovsky of Hungary, Kirill Brozimov of Russia, Rob Muffles of Germany, Van Oorley of Canada, Marc-Antoine Olivier, Jordan Widomowski still in there, top 10 at the moment for the American. Then Kai Edwards in 11th, David Heron for the USA in 12th, Mario Sanzullo of Italy 13th, Alan De Cama of Brazil next, then Guillaume Puyol of Spain, Victor Colonnesi of Brazil, Evgeny Drachev in 17th, Toby Robinson of Great Britain in 18th, Alberto Martinez 19th. That's how it looks at the front of the picture. Our leader remains Gregorio Baltrinieri. Italian really took a very good feed that time. You saw him go on his back, take a very quick feed, and he was off and got himself beautifully positioned. Now, this is the feed of the German. Just took his feed, little slug, and he was away. You can see Jack Burnell right on his, right on his legs, but then right on his arms. All quite legitimate, not touching him as he went through. Next check we'll get will be the 4.1 K-stage. That's the next pack coming through, and I think it might actually be Damien Hyatt, not the Seychelles swimmer, coming through on the feed station. Paltrinieri, nice and close to Florian Velbrock. Jack Vanel, David Aubrey, front of the field. Americans at the moment with 2 in the top 10. France with 2 in the top 10 as well. David Aubrey and Marc-Antoine Olivier. But he's a very strong swimmer. As I did say, in the pool he's a very strong swimmer, and he's adapted his 1500 meters freestyle very well as Gregorio Paltrinieri. Velbrock sticking with him. Vanel. German just going for a little bit of more clear water so he doesn't pick up on the wash from either Vanel and the Italian. Italian, as you see, very, very strong swimming. You just see the amount of wash he is making compared to maybe the German. Vanel maybe a bit more streamlined perhaps with the those throws. A little bit of wash, as you can see there. A bit more undulating that water than we've seen at other times. It may be being generated by the boat. Paltrinieri, definitely the clear leader at the moment. Followed by then from Vanel. Then the German, the top of your picture, Florian Velbrock. That's your top 3. Away behind David Aubrey of France, Christophe Rozovsky of Russia, of Hungary, and Kirill Abrozimov of Russia, Rob Muffles of Germany. John Velimovsky, 10th place when they last had a time check. David Herron, the other American, a couple of places behind him, 12th. And 1 to 14, separated by about 9 seconds for the last checkpoint. This one will be at 4.1k. I would say one thing I can tell you for certain, it's a very, very quick race. It will be much, much quicker. The time set by Ferry Veerman, who we've not mentioned at all in this race, the defending champion 2 years ago, 1:51.58. Well, if we don't go inside 1:50, I'll be really surprised. Our leader, there he is, Paltrinieri of Italy. Italians got a bronze medal in the women's 10K 2 days ago. Looking for a victory today. Who'd bet against Paltrinieri doing a 10K and a 1500 double. Away swimming at the moment. Too many people, I think. That's how it looks at the front of that pack. Still probably around about 30 maybe. Still up there out of the 75. Here's the man they have to catch. Now sticking right to his feet. Right on his feet. But now, German just in 3rd place. They're slipping back to 3rd. That may well be a tactical thing, just to have a little breather. Just keep. I'd say Paltrinieri is not holding back at all. There's no sign of him just easing off. But now knows he's the man to catch. Now he can't make a decisive burst this early, but he is quite a long way clear of anybody outside the top 10 at this stage. And he's the gap between Paltrinieri and the rest was only about half a second before. I think it's going to be much bigger if he keeps us going to the 4.1k stage. Checking on who is in 4th place. Looks like David Aubrey of France. Blue cap. We'll go head on to see the swimmers go around the next marker. So we'll get a 4.1k check. Now Paltrinieri's transponders not been working terribly well, but we know he's leading. Whatever the saying Bernal's leading, which we know is not the case. Something wrong with Paltrinieri's transponder here, because it keeps showing him not in the lead. He's been in the lead for the majority of the last 1K or more. So Paltrinieri from Bernal. David Aubrey's right up there for France. Marc-Antoine Olivier, the bronze medalist from 2 years ago. Rozovsky, Belbrok, Vilimovsky, top 7. David Heron 8th. 9th is Holy Fan. Then Kai Edwards, then Nicholas Sloan of Australia. Kinagakis is back in 13th, but again, not a long way back. Martinez of Spain, Colonesi of Brazil, Sanzulu of Italy. It's the top 16. So 1 to 16 at the moment, separated by not a great deal. 3:38 was for our leader, which says on there Jack Bernal, but it's not. He is Paltrinieri. Now it's just behind him. Belbrok just behind him. David Aubrey of France. Top 5 or 6. With the Hungarian also in the mix. Krzysztof Rozovsky, the 5K winner from 3 days ago. This is, I'd say, a very brave way to swim it. Probably the only way that he knows how to swim it, Paltrinieri, is to go for broke. A little whistle from the referee. But, quite a few blasts on that whistle, which indicates there might be a yellow card coming. We'll wait. It'll come up on our screen if that is the case. The referee will put the details through to the Omega timing people who supply us with the details. The yellow card will appear on the screen on my computer, nothing yet. Paltrinieri, Aubrey, Bernal, Marc-Antoine Olivier, so 2 Frenchmen in the top 5. Okay, another time check at 4.3K here, and again I don't think we'll see Paltrinieri in the lead because his transponder isn't working properly, but take it from me, he is. Bernal just behind him, Belbrok just behind him, Aubrey, Rozovsky, Muffles, Edwards of Australia, Van of Canada, David Heron, Olivier France, Kinagakis, Sloman, Sanzulu, Brosimov, Park, and Hughes. I mentioned him so far. There's Vietman, back in 21st. Dutchman's certainly not cast adrift yet, at 15 or so seconds behind, but the winner from 2 years ago has got a bit of work to do to catch up with the Italian. So keep an eye on Vito, see Vito where he pops up on our list. 14-year-old. Haven't seen him yet. Where is he? Chavinsky, the oldest swimmer, just going through on that list. That's a top 60 for you. And obviously we only have top 60 through the time marker so far. So right down to Caballero in 60th, 50 seconds behind. I think anybody 14 below, not going to figure. The Chinese was 30th in the 10K, came through, but likely in this race we're going to see anybody who's not in the top 25 figuring in the medals at this stage. Paltrinieri. Notable double if he manages to do it here, the open water and the 1500 meters freestyle. Also an 800 meters freestyle as well. I'm not sure he's entered for that. The 1500 is certainly one of the favourites. Great Britain in second place with Jack Bernal. Aaron's still right up there, Rozovsky. France with still 2 in the top 10. Americans with 2 in the top 11. Vilimovsky, actually the second of the Americans at this stage. David Heron's in 8th. Vilimovsky in 11th place. The relative stroke rate to the top 2. Paltrinieri just a bit quicker. Not sure quite how indicative that is in this race, but just holding that station right at the front, making sure that Benel's not on his feet. Still a bit of whistling going from the referee's boats, but nothing showing up on our screen as yet. The blue cap of David Aubrey of France, I think that is. France. Rob Muffles of Germany, Kai Edwards, all in that little chase. Actually, Kai Edwards is gold cap. Kinagakis just a little bit further back than he was. Kinagakis was in the top 5 for quite some time now, finding himself back in about 13th or 14th place. Nicholas Sloman, the other gold cap of Australia, in that little group. Next time we hit a marker, it'll be halfway, just over halfway, 5.1k, the 10k, but the Italian has led for the majority of the last half of the race, I'd say. Benel sticking with him. Belbrock still there. That top 3 changed position only really at feeding stations. And it's gone back to where it was before. Belbrock led early stages. Aubrey, the Frenchman, the 23-year-old, just on the feet of the German. Rob Muffles makes it 2 Germans in the top 10. Kai Edwards, Olifant, David Heron, Marc-Antoine Olivier, Jordan Vilimovsky, Mathios Kinigakis, Nicholas Sloman, and Mario Sanzulu. That's the top 14. So 2 Italians going very well. One going particularly well at the front of the field is Gregorio Baltronieri. Gold medalist in the 1500 in Rome 3 years ago. Gold in the 1500 in Budapest 2 years ago, so looking to defend his title again at the end of next week. That's a bit further down the field. We feature the Korean swimmer. That's Jun Park. Back to the front though, and this is the where all the action is, with Baltronieri and Jack Benel 1 and 2. It's been that way for a while now, with Belbrock just holding a position in 3rd. Krzysztof Rozowski, 5k winner 3 days ago. He recovered very well for the 10k. Italian always looks strong. You get more of an idea maybe outside the pool confines of just how strong an athlete Gregorio Baltronieri is when he's having to ride the waves here. You get the same kind of wash when he's in a 10-lane pool. And the next check marker coming up will be 5.1k, so we'll be over halfway done by the time we get the next thing. So his transponders not showing. Jack Benel, story very well told of his agony in 2016 when he thought he was on his way to a medal and got involved in a little bit of a spat with Osama Maluli. Maluli kept his position, didn't get a medal, but he kept his position, and Benel was disqualified. They put an appeal in, and the appeal was overturned. There's David Aubrey. First time we get a look at him on the screen. France, 4th place, but so going back to Benel's story, it was he'd worked so hard on that 4-year period to try and get some good World Championship results leading up to it. And then, well, got involved in the finish of the 10k in Rio, and the referee decided he'd be disqualified at the end. Well, that metronomic action of Baltronieri is not wavering one iota, is it? Our camera on the boat is only featuring one swimmer, because that swimmer is now a little way clear. If you go to the wider shot, you'll see the fact that Benel's in there very prominently, with the German in 3rd place. Actually, Aubrey may have moved into 3rd. Now they're coming round to the feeding station again. This will be another time check when they go out of the feeding station. This will be the halfway stage of the 10k here in Yosu. And for the most part, the Italian has led. And they've come around to the feeding station the last 2 times. The Italian has been leading coming out of the boys. You get your position right. First position absolutely spot on now. Again, we'll feature a close-up look and see how much of a feed the Italian takes, how much of a feed the number 1 Britain takes, and the German as well in 3rd place, and also David Aubrey. Now the Italian trying to get his feed right and on his way. That worked better. The first time around was not particularly good. Second time around better. Shouting, making sure the swimmers are aware of the feed, because when you've got as many swimmers as we have, 75, it's a little bit chaotic, a little bit congested there, but Mountaineer has done well, as has Burnell. Both get round with no undue alarm. And they went in top 2, they will emerge top 2 as we get another registered time at 5.1k.
And it's harder for those behind.
Again, it should show Mountaineer number 1, it may not, no it doesn't.
To fight to even get to the trains.
That's it, got a correction this time. Mountaineer from Burnell, from Aubrey, from Belbrock, and then it is from Muffles of Germany, so 2 Germans right up there. Marc-Antoine Olivier, 5th place. Nicholas Sloman in 7th. Mario Zanzulo of Italy. Then Rozovsky of Hungary. Kinigakis of Greece. Olifan of Canada. Evgeny Drachev, Russia. Kai Edwards of Australia. Esteban Enrique Salgado. Then Jordan Vilimovsky, the leader. The winner of the 2015 10K, second in 2017, not really making much of a charge yet. Other American just behind him now, David Heron. That's how the front part of the race looks. Just checking a little bit further down the field. And I've got one of them that didn't start, according to our sheet, but we'll know more about that later on. Algenieri from Burnell, from Aubrey, from Belbrock, from Marc-Antoine Olivier, which is on the pontoon, making sure they get their instructions. As you can hear from the noise that just generates on that pontoon, very difficult to make yourself heard. You've got the noise of the water, you've got the noise of the PA, you've got the noise going on around here. It's actually trying to get your information and instructions across to your swimmer are not very, very easy from that pontoon. That's how it looks as we're well over halfway now in the 10K, the 18th FINA World Championships in Yosu. Algenieri, Jack Burnell, David Aubrey, Florian Belbrock. It's the feeding station a little bit further back down the field. I do believe we are going to be in for a very quick time here. I think we're going to beat the 151.58 of Vietnam's from 2 years ago quite comfortably. All 3 times, or so the first 2 times, have been much quicker than they were in Budapest 2 years ago. Algenieri with Burnell still sticking like glue to him. Aubrey in 3rd, then Belbrock. Algenieri is doing and making it quite easy for us, because nobody is challenging his lead yet. Burnell is right where he wants to be. Doesn't want to make his challenge or make his charge yet. Just wants to make sure he's with him. Right with him he has been for the last 2K. Algenieri from Burnell. Aubrey in 3rd place. Florian Belbrock, then Marc-Antoine Olivier, Rob Muffles, Nicholas Sloman, and there's 2 still out in front. Top 2 has not changed for a while now. 3rd place has, though David Aubrey has overtaken Florian Belbrock, but those 2 are only a small small amount between them last time. The Frenchman actually just broke away in the pack for a moment. Then we've got Antoine Olivier, Rob Muffles, Nicholas Sloman. A lot of whistling, but nothing happening yellow card-wise. Just a little warning from the referee's boat. See the yellow card brandished or anything come up on the screen as yet. Wouldn't involve the top two because they're quite a way clear of the chasing pack. Aubrey, doing number 51 there for France, 6th in 2017. For Borowski, Poland to maybe show at some point. He was 11th a couple of years ago at the stage. The chasing pack with the two Frenchmen, David Aubrey and Antoine Olivier. German still in there, but not quite as prominent as he was, Florian Belbrock. Sanzulo of Italy moving up into the top 10. Christoph Rozovsky as well, sticking in there. He's been there or thereabouts for the majority of this race. Inagakis, who was in the top 3 or 4 for a while, still hovering around the top 10. Drachev of Russia, Kai Edwards of Australia, and the Ecuador swimmer Esteban Enrique Salgado also there now. Antoneri just trying to take Orzios's cap. Orzios's cap. Still with his cap very much in place, in second place. David Aubrey, third. Not sure he lost his cap there, but he's not going to find it again. Let's go on to the fishing. So where did the cap go? Oh, it went off his head just there. There you go. And nobody's going to pick that up. It's gone to the bottom of the riding. Never to be seen again. I suppose we'll try and fish it out later on, but quite difficult to find. Paltrinieri though, cap or no cap, still very much to the fore. Jack Bonnell, David Aubrey, Belbrock of Germany, still in there. See the Australian cap of Nicholas Sloman, two Germans in the top 10. Belbrock and Rob Muffles. Sanzulo could have two Italians in the top 10 as well because he's moved up to 8th. And we'll get another time check here as they come round. Now our leader is Paltrinieri, that will get corrected. Bonnell, second place, Belbrock, Olivier. Always having a problem with his transponder as well because he's not showing on there. I think he's still there. So 5.8k, yeah, Aubrey in 5th place has now been usurped by his French teammate Marc-Antoine Olivier. Now way down the field, Toby Robinson's 24th for Great Britain, Doug Palmer 26th. So clearly top 30. Now where's Bergman? Bergman is in 14th. So our winner from 2 years ago is now in the top 15. He's worked his way through, which might be quite ominous for those in the top pack because he knows how to finish. Second in 2015, winner in 2017, and the Olympic champion is on the march. The Dutch will be maybe a bit concerned he's this far back, but he is working his way through the field. So ignore the number 1 there. It isn't Jack Bonnell, it is Paltrinieri. A little problem with his transponder, but Bonnell is second. Third place at the last checkpoint was Florian Belbrock. Farkas. Still trying to see where we can find the youngster. Alan Vido hasn't come up on our screen as yet. 14-year-old. Even though I say 14th, Kinigakis just outside the top 10 now. Drachev 11th. Vilimovsky has barely moved. He's always been around about the top 10. Last 2 or 3 checkpoints. Sanzulo back to 9th. Top 3. pretty roughly the same. Top two certainly is, and then the Frenchmen are just changing places between Olivier and Aubrey. Buffles a bit further back for Germany. Kozlowski still in the top 10. Sloan of Australia. They're getting a little bit more strung out now. Gap between 1 and 10. Do another time check here. Again, keep showing Jack Burnell's leading, which is not. But our leader is definitely still, and has been for the majority of this race, Gregorio Baltonieri. But now is second. Polonsky, Martinez, Van Hus, McKay, Kazubek, that's your top 20. Robinson 22nd, Dokama. Roditi of Israel and Safran together, two Israelis absolutely together. Teta. There's Golovsky, there's Maluli, back in 36, so he's about 38 seconds back, but he's going to be probably no danger to the leading pack at this stage, that far back. Veerman's now up to 11th. Now Veerman is making a charge here, nearly into the top 10, and I'm making these about 12 seconds behind our leader, so maybe Veerman's going to be the one to watch. Dutchman is right in the back of that pack now. So finding his time, he's starting to make his way through the field. Inagakis just outside the top 10. Sanzulu is 10th. Frenchman, as mentioned, keep changing places. Aubrey and Marc-Antoine Olivier, according to our transponder, have changed around again. Aubrey just in front. Visibly, you can see it is still the Italian, Baltonieri, from Burnell. And there's a group of about 4 or 5 who are separated by about 10 seconds. Aubrey, Sloman, Marc-Antoine Olivier, Christoph Rozovsky, Rob Muffles, Dachev's in there for Russia. The other Italian, Sanzulu. Vietman, who's going to be the main danger to the front three now. The Olympic champion is really starting to move. I imagine next time we get a check, which will be at 6.8K, there's every likelihood that Vietman will be inside the top 10. Just outside it at the moment, but I think he'll be top 10 next time we get a check. Trinieri. Don Burnell. It's like a broken record, but that's how it's been for the most part. David Aubrey is the leader of the two Frenchmen again. Bell Rocket Germany not being dropped as yet. Sloman doing well for Australia up to 5th place in the Australian contingent below me, getting a bit excited about his prospects. Olivier still inside the top 6. 3rd last time round, 3rd at the Olympics. Now the catch. Still the Italian. Now he obviously won't be aware where the Dutchman is. He won't have seen the Dutchman at all during the course of the race. But I was able to communicate it to him. I tell you that Thierry Veerman's on the charge, and next time we get a check, which will be at 6.8, I think he'll be right up there. A little canny waiting game here is the defending champion. Stroke rates, again Burnell, 9 strokes a minute fewer than our leader. Working well there for the Italian, the capless now Italian. So they work their way towards us again. 1.666K per lap. They're in our sight, coming towards the pontoon once again. Feeding station ready. And shouldn't be any concerns here for the Italian, because he's got himself a long way clear. Burnell's still got a bit of room between himself and the rest in 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th. See that little grouping down to about 15th there. Behind our leader, who has been the last 3 checkpoints. the shore. Gregorio Paltrinieri. Again, we'll get a nice close-up of him as he comes around and see what kind of feed he takes. If he takes a feed at all, I think he will. He has done on all 3 stops so far. Now, the progress of the defending champion is what we'll be looking out for next time we get a time check. Because he's right on the back of that pack, or was on the back of that pack. He actually might have moved into it now a little bit further. The Italian Paltrinieri, and it looks like he's going to be defending his title potentially in 1500 free in the pool. Turns 25 in September, and that camera is basically concentrating on him for the last half of the race. And Bernal behind, and the changing course of the French challenge. David Aubrey, Marc-Antoine Olivier, 3rd place twice, both the Olympics and the last World Championships. He knows how to finish. Probably about 200 meters away from the shoreline now and the feeding station. Paltrinieri never really missed a beat, apart from the time he came around the first filling station, or the feeding station, I should say, and didn't quite get the feed he was looking for. Bernal came out of that one on top, came out of the last 2 in 2nd place. He's got Velbrock, though, right on his feet now for Germany, making his way back through. Just slipped marginally off the pace for a while as the first of the 2 Frenchmen. I think it's probably Aubrey. And Olivier's 75. No, it's actually Olivier. So this could be the 6.8K when they get the next time check, which will be very shortly. We are 2/3 of the way into the race now. Paltrinieri for Italy, from Great Britain's Jack Bernal, from Florian Velbrock of Germany, from Marc-Antoine Olivier of France. Top 4 as it looks, with Nicholas Sloman of Australia right in there too. That's who Veerman is when they come out of this one, because he is the most improved of the swimmers in terms of the times he's doing at the moment, and could potentially be the big threat to the top 2 here. But, they are almost at the feeding station, almost at the pontoon now. Paltrinieri will be first to get there. So he comes round the buoy first. Bernal will be second. Velbrock will be third. Then Marc-Antoine Olivier. Italian goes to the shore to get his feed. That will be the feed for Bernal. That will be the feed for Olivier. Rock shouting. Bernal takes his, wants to get on his way. Popple goes. The Italian gets away in first from the feeding station. Just trying to make tracks is Olivier, closest to the shoreline there. Italian will get to the buoy first. The Frenchman's going to battle with Bernal. Both trying to get 2nd place. Bernal doesn't let him, but the German gets it. The German comes around that buoy in 2nd place. Bernal's lost his position. A bit of a scrap there as they came around the buoy, and the German was just a bit stronger and emerges in 2nd place. So the top 2 just altering a bit. Leader stays the same, that's Paltrinieri. Then it is Rob Muffles, I think it was, coming around there, the Germans first. And Velbrock, both with almost identical times. So Germany in 2 and 3 now. Jack Bernal lost a couple of places on that feeding station. Olivier in 5th, Rozovsky in 6th. Nicholas Sloman, Australia, and David Aubrey getting the same time, joint 7th. Jordan Vilimovsky. Veerman has not made the move I thought he would do. His 11th last time, he's 12th now, which means he's 12 seconds off our leader. Here's the Dutchman, then Alberto Martinez of Spain, moved up to 13th. Esteban Enrique Salgado in 14th. No doubting, though, our leader still with about an advantage of a second and a half thereabouts. Altrinieri from now Rob Muffles off Germany, two Germans side by side trying to get their places. Remember, if you can get 2 per country in the top 10, you will qualify for the Olympics with 2 per country. Rob Muffles and Florian Belbrock. Bernal still in the top 4, but not in the medal position at the moment. But he's only 0.1 behind Belbrock. Marc-Antoine Olivier, then Rozovsky, then Sloman, then Aubrey, then Vilimovsky. Next time check will be the 3/4 way stage. 7.5. Just looking down the list, see who's in the top 50. We'll go a bit further down the list and see who is where. Still quite a few to finish. The who didn't start in the end was the Indian Saurabh Sangavar. So he was the only one. And Vito is still in the pack, but the last check, Vito was last of the competitors who was active in the race. So youngest swimmer, 14-year-old, is right at the very back of the pack, as we suspected he might be. Our leader remains Gregorio Paltrinieri. The next few positions have changed a bit. There's a feeding station with a few more coming around. Rob Muffles, second place. And let's look at that. When they came around there, German got exactly the position he was looking for on the feeding station. That little boy coming out of the feeding station gets the one coming in gets very competitive, and then the one coming out gets even more so, as they want to set their tracker for how they want to be coming out of it. And on that occasion, the German getting the better of Jack Bernal. Altrinieri emerged exactly where he wanted to be, and that was in the lead. Those transponder occasionally shown him not in the lead. We know that pretty much for the last 3 or 4K, the Italian has been in the lead. There's Belbrock. And then Marc-Antoine Olivier, third place, but now just a little bit behind the Frenchman at this stage. Very quick race is what we're expecting here. So in comparison with the times that were set in Budapest 2 years ago, this is very, very quick indeed. Altrinieri, Belbrock, and Marc-Antoine Olivier of France. Still see the black cap of Jack Bernal in there, but he's now coming under pressure from Nicholas Sloman of Australia. And somebody else has lost a cap. A capless swimmer in that pack behind. I think there might be just about to lap one of the swimmers. The swimmer right at the back of the pack is going to, I think, going to come flying past him. Now, yeah, another cap gone. I think that's probably Marc-Antoine Olivier's cap. So the Frenchman capless, the Italian capless. But both obviously not too worried about that. My consideration is to get a top 10 place for the Olympics for next year, and more immediately a top 3 finish here. Altrinieri on his way. Expect to see him do both pool swimming and open water in Rome in just over a year's time. And you can see he is really making a charge now, kind of into not quite 1,500 meters territory, but he's certainly getting towards what he'd been doing in the pool. And we are just about to lap the swimmer in the back, which I think is probably our youngster. I think that's Owen Vito just going past. The Italian really is starting to stretch them out now. So see the German. Velbrock is not that far behind. A group of about 10 who are about 15 seconds apart. Ranieri, massively strong. The Frenchman without the cap behind. Then there's Velbrock. Then there's Burnell. And there's Rosowski in that pack as well. So yeah, nearly 2-second lead for Paltrinieri. He's going very early because we're not even at the 7.5k stage yet. This will be the 7.5k stage when they come around this marker. So still 2.5k to go, and he's really making a charge here. And the biggest lead that anybody's had in the race so far is what he has. Paltrinieri, Velbrock, then Aubrey, then the other Frenchman. Burnell 5th, Rosowski, Muffles, Sloman. Weertman is now 9th, so he has moved into the top 10. Kinagakis has been there or thereabouts in the top 15 for a while. Robinson in the top 20 now. Zubek, Heron 22nd. McKay of Canada 24th. Abrosimov, they're all top 25. Top 25 separated by about 25 seconds. Paltrinieri, big lead for the Italian. And if anything, it looks to be getting a little bit bigger. They'll need to up their stroke rates, try and keep up with him. Velbrock certainly will. Burnell will be, I think, still quite happy to be in the pack he's in. Strong finisher. Not too much of Guillaume Puyol of Spain, who was 6th in the 5K. Maybe a bit more prominent than he has been. Weertman, though, is now in the top 10. Vilimovsky, well, he was our winner in 2015 and second 2 years ago. To get in the medals, it's going to take a bit of doing now from his point of view from where he is. He's about 8 seconds back, but can, as we saw in the women's race, be made up fairly rapidly. But with the quality and the standard of this race and the competitors in there, 7 seconds is quite a bit to make up with now the 7.5k stage reached. There's a lot of whistle blowing from the referee. We think we are going to get a yellow card at some point, but we've managed to not get one as yet. As they get towards the real shake-up of the race, which we're about to enter here. Referee's seeing stuff he's not particularly keen on as yet. Nothing coming up yellow card-wise. So down to 15 is Kinagakis. Top 10 in reverse order. Vilimovsky, Weertman now the defending champion in 9th. Sloman in 8th. Muffles 7. Rosowski 6. Burnell 5. 2 Frenchmen together. Velbrock in 2nd and Paltrinieri. Well, it's changed around according to that transponder, but Paltrinieri is our leader. Nor what it says on your screen regarding that. Velbrock, Olivier, Sloman, Aubrey, Muffles. Burnell's about as far back as he has been. In 8th place, Robinson, the other Briton, moving up to 17th. Chef McKay 24th, Heron 25. That's your top 25 as they come past that marker. Weertman is 9th. And he is 7 seconds still behind our leader, who is Gregorio Paltrinieri of Italy, who are having a good week after the bronze medal they achieved in the women's 10K. Obviously not there yet. He's done all the hard work to make it happen. Velbrock now is the one trying to get on his feet, trying to make a bit of a breakaway. Got to nearly 2 seconds advantage there, but it's not quite as much now, I don't think. And they're just spreading out a little bit, trying to look for a little bit of clear water so they're not picking up on the wash left behind by the Italian. Paltrinieri, Belbrock, and the two Frenchmen are very close together. Marc-Antoine Olivier and Aubrey. Good swim by the Australian. Nicholas Sloman has moved up into the top 5 now. And the German, Rob Muffles, Christoph Rozovsky, Jack Bennell, Perry Vietman, Alberto Martinez, and Anathios Kinagakis in 11th. 12th was Vilimovsky at the last checkpoint. We'll have another 3 before we get to the end. Next one at 8.5k and then 9.2k. That is the top 25 or so pretty much in your picture there. Slovan, Australia. It's a very, very tactically good race here. He's always been there without being that prominent. Germans trying to find a bit of the way across. Just getting swamped a little bit in the middle there. Where's Rob Muffles? Paltrinieri. Two capless swimmers now. Marc-Antoine Olivier of France and Gregorio Paltrinieri. That's the view from about 10 below. That's very visible, vivid red cap of Toby Robinson still in there. For Great Britain, Kai Edwards, the other Australians, doing a top 15 swim at the moment. Mario Santulu did move into the top 10, back in 13th, but the gap between 10 and 13 is only about 5 seconds. Next checkpoint coming up soon will be 1.5k to go. I keep saying this, we are going to have a quick finish in terms of time. The winning time in 2015 was 1:49. The winning time in 2017 was 1:51.58. I think we're going to be inside 1:49.48 with Vilimovsky's time in 2015. There's the stroke rate for the Frenchman, who hasn't got the cap. 40.5. They vary quite a bit. We saw when we had the breakdown of the top 3 or 4 earlier that stroke rates can vary quite a bit. Olivier, third in Hungary, third at the Olympics. Brother and father, both swimmers, and took the 5k event in Budapest 2 years ago. So it's got endurance, 5k and 10k. Right in there, but as he has been doing and everybody else has been doing for the last 4k or so, maybe a bit longer than that now, just following the feet of Gregorio Paltrinieri. Paltrinieri continues to lead. Little sachets they take, gel sachets, back into it again. Belbrock in that mix. Top 5, top 6, still pretty close. Paltrinieri hasn't quite got the advantage he had at one stage, which was nearly 2 seconds. It's starting to come right back to him again. Florian Belbrock's right there. The capless Frenchman just at the far side of your picture. Marc-Antoine Olivier. Top three, 2 of them don't have caps. Hungarians moving up there. Christoph Rozovsky, on the right-hand side of your picture. Just a quick taking of the gel onto your back, and then off you go again. Look at our leader, who's been in front since the 3k mark, Gregorio Paltrinieri. He was actually leader coming out of the second feeding station. Paltrinieri done all the hard work. Probably by the time we get to the end, we'll have left for more than half the race, much more than half the race. Just trying to break the back of the following pack a couple of times now, but they're not yielding. Belbrock's looking strong still. Two Frenchmen right in the pack, one with a cap, one without. Marc-Antoine Olivier and David Aubrey. Bob Muffles, Rozovsky, Jack Burnell, Curry Vietman into the top 9 now. Slightly worryingly for everybody else. Here's the Olympic champion, who was not really in the mix first half of the race, is definitely now. There'll be another feeding station here, and this will be the last time they'll come round the pontoon before the conclusion of the race. And positioning here could be key. Alcinieri got his last stop absolutely right. I'm sure Burnell particularly did, because the German was so strong coming out. Are they now starting to catch the Italian? Yes, they are. Velbrock's right alongside him. Velbrock is coming alongside him now. This is strategic, because they're going to come into the feeding station, and the German, as he did the last stop, wanted to make sure he came out strongly. Now you can see he's trying to get that inside berth, and has. Look, German's so strong coming around that boy, and he may get this absolutely right again and may take the lead out of this filling station. German's right in there, the Italian's in there, the Hungarian cap of Krzysztof Rozovsky, Jack Burnell making his way back through again. This is the last stop. Many won't take any. Many will keep going. Hungarian's not stopping. So the Frenchman is. Velbrock wants to get there. This is going to get very tight between him and the Italians. Who's going to emerge first? It is the German. It is the German who comes out first this time. Florian Velbrock. You could tell the intent going in to that boy leading into the feeding station. He just wanted to come out in first place. Alcinieri will not be keen on that, because that's the first time he's relinquished the lead. Velbrock will lead this time, just as they go to the marker. Now again, for some reason, Alcinieri's transponder's not showing, but it is the German in the lead, definitely this time. Now, showing Alcinieri a long way back, but we know he's not. That should hopefully all get changed. Rob Muffles is up there now as well. Marc-Antoine Olivier, Krzysztof Rozovsky, John Wilimowski. Second place last time round, has moved as far up the field as he's been so far, into 6th. Jack Burnell, top 7. Vietman not making the improvement position-wise that I thought he might. He's still top 10, but not in the top 5 yet. Alberto Martinez, Nicholas Sloman, Mario Sanzulu, Toby Robinson for Great Britain up into the top 15 again. Athanasios Kinigakis, I've mentioned him for a while, but he's somewhere around 12 seconds up behind our leader. And Alcinieri wants that lead back. Well, giving a good workout as the coach. Alcinieri wants that lead back. He was usurped by the German at the last feeding station. And there's a few more coming past now, those in the kind of 40 to 45 sector. Their last feed. We'll switch our attention now to the front of the field. It's very, very bunched up for potential medalists here. There's still around about 12 seconds separates the top 15. And it's a fair old scrap going on between Florian Velbrock on your left and Alcinieri. And here comes Jack Burnell of Great Britain. See his cap quite prominent behind. He's been in the top 5 or 6 for a long time now. Marc-Antoine Olivier, the Frenchman without the cap, coming through to try and overtake the German. 75. Now, where's Alcinieri gone? Alcinieri is not top 2 at the moment. German on the far side, Frenchman in the middle. Vilimovsky of America coming through as well. Jack Burnell in that group. It's going to be quite a finish here because there's still about 10 who can win this. And Toby Robinson of Great Britain making his move, but the top two now has changed. It is Velbrock and it's Marc-Antoine Olivier, 1 and 2. Now, where has Paltrinieri gone? He's not in our picture. I'm sure he's still in there. He's not in the top two, and he did open up a lead of nearly 2 seconds at one point. Got a bit buffeted at that last feeding station, and has just slipped back into the pack a little bit. Velbrock, who has been strong throughout, never really outside the top 5. Olivier, third. Last 2 occasions this has been raced either at Rio or the World Champs. Wants his piece of the action. We are well inside the last things, and Veerman's coming through. Veerman is coming through right there, as you can see, working his way into that top 5. The Dutchman just going out of your frame now, the picture. Wearing number 11. And David Aubrey. Now, where's Paltrinieri? This one's confusing me because obviously he has got a cap, so it should be easy to determine. But it is 6th place now, Paltrinieri. There is obviously another swimmer without a cap, but that's Marc-Antoine Olivier of France, who is right alongside Florian Velbrock, the Italian, who's made the running pretty much all the way through. Back in 6th position. Rozovsky's making a bit of a move from Hungary. Jordan Vilimovsky of America. Jack Burnell is through there too. Jordan Vilimovsky, 5th place in the last timing. Rank 73, there he is. Now, at the top of your screen is the defending champion from Budapest, Ferry Verben. I did say, when would we see him? He has been gradually working his way through the field into the top 10. He was within 7 seconds, then 5 seconds, and he is an ominous presence. I think they're aware that he's coming through, so they're just trying to up the rate and up the ante a little bit, and there's 3 of them now. 3 of them in that little mix, and a few more coming besides. Velbrock Muffles of Germany as well, right alongside his teammate. Marc-Antoine Olivier. What a finish we're in for here. Next time check will mean there's 800 meters to go, 9.2k. Muffles has, again, been there or thereabouts, not as prominent as his German teammate Florian Velbrock, but he's right there, and German 1-2 as things stand. Olivier will just maybe hold a bit of a watching brief. Our long-time leader, Paltrinieri, not in the top 5 at the moment. Rozovsky's in there, Burnell, who was second for quite a while, still in that mix. The winner's going to come from down to Sloman of Australia, probably no lower than that. Marc-Antoine Olivier, Frenchman, looking to make his move. Here he comes. Frenchman maybe trying to take over from Florian Velbrock. Here's another time check. With 800 meters to go, it is just the German. And it's not the German we were expecting. Rob Muffles from Velbrock. Rozovsky also in there. Given 2nd place, Marc-Antoine Olivier, then John Vilimovsky. Veerman is in 7th place. Paltrinieri back in joint 8th. The 2 Italians together. Jack Burnell slipping outside the top 10 in 11th, but I tell you, the 3rd place swimmer, 1:37.43. The 11th place swimmer is on 1:37.49. There's only 6 seconds between the medals and the others in the top 10. Well, do we have a German 1-2 here? Potentially so. Rob Muffles, Florian Velbrock, Christoph Rozovsky, Marc-Antoine Olivier, Jordan Vilimovsky, Alberto Martinez has moved up into the top 6 for the very first time. Then it's Veerman, then Baltronieri, who did all the hard work for the majority of the race and now finds himself a little way back. But it is the Frenchman, I think, who's gone to the front now. Marc-Antoine Olivier. And there's a yellow card for Rob Muffles. Yellow card for Rob Muffles. Has to be very careful now, the German. One more, and he's out of the race. And the concluding stages of it as well. You see that German cap there. It's his, I believe. And Rozovsky, the Hungarian. There's Muffles. There'll be a yellow card alongside his name, but as long as he doesn't transgress again in the remaining 600k or so, he'll be okay. Our leader now is the Frenchman, I think. People are losing caps all over the place, which is not actually helping identification a great deal. German behind is Rob Muffles. Another Frenchman behind there is Marc-Antoine. Well, that's the leader, is Olivier. The other Frenchman is David Aubrey. And there isn't too long to go now. Next time check, which will be around that yellow buoy, will mean there's 600 meters to go. And then we head for home. So, who is where as we get our last time check before the conclusion? Well, it is telling me that our leader is now Jordan Vilimovsky of the USA. Then Florian Velbrook. So Vilimovsky looking to improve on the silver last time and the win in 2015. I mean, notable double for the American if he can get there. Olivier was third. Rozovsky, then Rob Muffles, then David Aubrey. Veerman, top 8 at the moment is the Dutchman. Then 9th is Jack Bennell. Baltronieri back in 10th. Kinagakis 11th. Sanzulu in 12th. Sloman 13th. 14th is Kai Edwards. 15th is Holy Fab. And then looking at 16th is Kazubek. And I think pretty much top 15 is where our medals are going to come from now. Hard to see anybody below 15th getting in there. Toby Robinson back in 18th now for Great Britain. So this is it. They come into our sights very, very soon. They come round the little cove, past the big aquarium to our right. And then there's a lot of people who've got vantage points just around little cove that we're looking at, and then they come into our sight the last 300 or 400 meters. And Vilimovsky has worked his way to the front with Velbrock and Olivier and Rozovsky. Still enough time for there to be quite a change. Vilimovsky looks to have timed it perfectly. He was 5th for the last 2 time markers. German on the right, and that is Vilimovsky to his left. Vilimovsky and Velbrock now together. Frenchman, well, look at the gap that's opened up now between those two and the rest. Quite a lot. And they're starting to come into our sight. There's the Hungarian Rozovsky. Still has his eyes on a top 3 finish. As will Rob Muffles, David Aubrey, Alberto Martinez. Very Veerman. I don't think he's going to win it today, but still a top 3 finish possible for him. Now, Chad Ho of South Africa is coming through. First time we've really mentioned him in the race. Wearing number 3. Wasn't even in the top 10 when we last looked, so that's a very, very quick finish for him. So there's 2 out in front now. It's Vilimovsky and Florian Velbrock. Vilimovsky, the German. Vilimovsky, the American, who has a gold and a silver from the last 2 World Championships to his name. whistles going all over the place with just that one yellow card so far for Rob Muffles. Everybody waiting now for them to come towards that big yellow finish, the big yellow bar, which was missed by the Frenchwoman the other day, but need to give it a good old whack when he comes through. It would look to be between these two now. The American Vilimovsky and Florian Velbrock has pretty much been in all the way through in this race. Well, it looks like a Frenchman to me, Marc-Antoine Olivier. Also, so it's Marc-Antoine Olivier and Florian Velbrock who are out there in front. Vilimovsky showed as the leader, but it is the Frenchman who is battling it out with the German. Olivier, bronze medalist 2 years ago, bronze medalist in Rio at the Olympics. Looking to go at least one position better here. And as they come towards us, we can see the lead boat. See the judges' boat coming into sight. They can see the shore, they can see the pontoon, they can see the finishing marker. Now, is anybody in that chasing pack going to get close? Or will it be Velbrock or Olivier? Brzozowski still in that pack behind. Muffles of Germany as well. Trying to catch these two with not much time to go. Few whistles from the boat. Olivier wearing 75. Velbrock 36, side by side. There's a few coming behind them, but time is rapidly running out. They can see the pontoon. Rob Muffles in either third or fourth place there for the Germans. Germans are going to get two finishers, which will mean two for the Olympics next year. Now they have to make sure they centralize themselves up here for the yellow board finish. They are not too far away. There's quite a few stragglers in front of them moving out the way because they know the leaders are coming through. Looks like the Frenchman or the German, as somebody has an amazing burst towards the end. And this might well be down to a photo because they are side by side. German Velbrock, the Frenchman Marc-Antoine Olivier, 1 and 2. Nobody really with an advantage yet because there's still a little way to go, but not far, about 100 meters or so. German on the far side, Frenchman closest to the camera. Nobody going to surely overtake them in the last stretch here. And it might even be a tie, who knows? We've had those before, certainly in third place we've had them before. Velbrock, Marc-Antoine Olivier. Anybody ready to make a move behind? Muffles is there, Aubrey's there. Veertman's trying to make his way into the top three. Look at them, they're virtually joined to the hip, these two. As they work their way towards the finish, there's not long to go, and that water's getting rougher, it's getting tougher, it's getting harder, but they're not breaking each other yet. Everybody out of their seats in the grandstand because the German wants it, the Frenchman wants it desperately. Third place 2 years ago, he wants to do better this time. They're changing places, looking for a bit of clear water. German goes the other side, the Frenchman goes the other side, the Frenchman on the far side now, German on the near side. They're almost at the conclusion. The German seems to have it, but the Frenchman hasn't given up yet. It's going to be surely Velbrock or not. Velbrock up against Olivier, and the touch shows us on the screen that Velbrock gets it from Olivier. Muffles in third place, Brzozowski in fourth, Maltrinieri, Vilimovsky, Martinez, Veertman. They are the top 11. And the Spaniards are celebrating because they've got a swimmer in the top 10, but Nell will miss out in 12th place. We'll wait for the confirmation because, as we saw the other day, it wasn't necessarily the swimmer who got to the finish point first or third in that case who got the medal. But that was such an exciting finish between Florian Velbrock and Marc-Antoine Olivier of France. Muffles is confirmed in third place. Rozovsky in fourth will get the photo confirmed, but Velbrock seems to have it for Germany. So, unless he gets disqualified, Marc-Antoine Olivier has certainly gone one place better than he did 2 years ago. What a swim by Velbrock, was nearly always in contention from the very start of the race. Others fell away, notably, of course, the Italian Antonieri, who probably led that race for about half of it. But Velbrock so strong in it. Well, they both were, really, weren't they? Velbrock and Olivier. So massively strong. Still don't have the full confirmation of 1 and 2 yet. Only positions confirmed. Rob Muffles in third and Krzysztof Rozovsky in fourth. Antonieri may well have been fifth in the end. Jordan Vilimovsky, Alberto Martinez looks to go top 10 place, as does Ferry Weertman. Jack Bernal can confirm in 12th. The Ecuador swimmer Esteban Enrique Salgado in 11th. We await confirmation though, because we need to do that. They went in together. Florian Velbrock would seem to be our winner, but that's yet to be totally confirmed. Here come the others finishing off. Top 10 at the moment. Velbrock, Olivier, Muffles, Rozovsky, Paltrinieri, Vilimovsky, Martinez, Weertman, Sanzulu. So 2 Italians in the top 10. David Aubrey, 2 Frenchmen in the top 10. And obviously 2 Germans as well. Enrique Salgado in 11th and Bernal in 12th. Those are the only 2 confirmed positions other than 3rd and 4th. Well, that's the Frenchman awaiting news of his fate. Muffles, he knows, has got a bronze medal. So the Germans have got 2 of the medals. Question is it Velbrock or Olivier? That's still not come up on our screen. Only confirmed position in the top 10 are 3rd and 4th for Rob Muffles and Krzysztof Rozovsky. The winner of the 5K has finished 4th in the 10K. Look at that finish. Let's look at the finish. They changed places there, as you can see. Interesting change between the German and the French. Well, the German kept his position. The Frenchman decided to go on the other side. And in they came. Wow. Tell me. I think the German, yes, it's the German. Yeah, I think that photo will tell us the German has it. Rob Muffles in 3rd place. Just Florian Velbrock from Marc-Antoine Olivier. And that's the rest of them finishing off, but still, yes, there's the confirmation. Finally arrived on our screens. Florian Velbrock of Germany is the 10K winner at the 18th FINA World Championships. And Marc-Antoine Olivier can celebrate going one place better than he did 2 years ago. Then the Budapest swim, that time, 1:47, is 1:47.55 for our winner. Is 4 minutes quicker than the time in Budapest, and 2 minutes quicker than it was in Kazan. So yeah, 4 minutes quicker than it was in Budapest, 2 minutes quicker than it was in Kazan. Thought the race was quick. Before finishing off further back, we'll give you a run through of who's where. Kinagakis, still a few photos to be resolved before we give you everybody's. In fact, we only have down to 6 at the moment, confirmed. Paltrinieri getting 6th place for the Italians, so that's a qualifying place for them for next year, for him. Alberto Martinez of Spain, 7th. Ferry Weertman will get 8th, I think. The Italians with 2 in the top 10. Mario Sanzulu in 9th. David Aubrey of France, who was very much in contention for quite some while. So top 5 is now confirmed. Top 6 is confirmed, actually. Vilimovsky, who went to the lead for just a very short space of time, according to the transponder, anyway. Velbrock winning that by 0.02 from the Frenchman, Rob Muffles in third. Rozovsky, winner of the 5K in fourth. Vilimovsky, who was second 2 years ago, winner in 2015, finishing in fifth. Sixth is Paltrinieri, seventh Veerman, that's confirmed now. Eighth is Martinez. We'll get that on the screen for you very shortly because the positions 6 to 10 now are confirmed, as are 11 and 12. So top 12 we know. Martinez, Sanzulu, Aubrey in 10th, so they've all qualified for the Olympics next year, right down to David Aubrey in 10th. Jack Burnell, who was second for so long, doesn't get his qualification position for the Olympics for next year. He'll have to do it as a qualifying event for next year. Only 25 were entered for Rio, so it's a very, very restricted field. So only 15 positions if they go with the same system from 2016 to 2020. Burnell will have to get his qualification, as will Athanasios Kinigakis. There's the Frenchman. Edwards finishing in 14th, we think, but not yet confirmed. 15th is Logan Van Huys of Belgium. Matej Kazubek of the Czech Republic, 16th. Holy Fan, we think 17th. So again, there's a photo on that one. Tobias Robinson of Great Britain in 18th. Kirill Abrosimov of Russia, 19th. Matan Roditi of Israel, 20th. 21st is Nicholas Sloman. Then there's photos for the next couple of places. That's the top 20, all but 2 confirmed on the photo. Down to 12, and then we await 13 and 14 to be confirmed. But, top 10 now all in. And top 2 resolved in terms of that finish. Florian Velbrock, Marc-Antoine Olivier, Rob Muffles, Christoph Rozovsky, Jordan Vilimovsky in 5th. All going to be entered for the Olympics next year if they want to do it. Gregorio Paltrinieri, obviously now his mind set on the 1500 in the pool and trying to defend his title there. Ferry Veerman of the Netherlands wasn't able to quite do what he did in 2017, but still gets a top 10 finish. Alberto Martinez, Mario Sanzulu of Italy, David Aubrey, all going to be, if they choose to be, the Olympic Games next year. Now remember, the women the other day, it's a half hour between the winner and the back of the field. Anybody who finishes outside that will not get a time, so there's still quite a few. How many have we got in so far? We are down to 68. Yeah, 68 are in. 68 of the 74 who started are in. So we've just got Santiago Reyes, Zedhir Torres, Renal Pierce, Christopher Lanuza, the Thai swimmer, Siwa Gangpong, and Anna Bidu, the 14-year-old. They've still got to come in. 68 of 74 in. And I can see 1, 2, 3, 4. So where's that take us down to? 1, 2, 3, 4. Still got 2 more a bit further away from the shore. I think Santiago Reyes coming in from Guatemala. Tim just walking, feels like walking, doesn't it? Just swimming towards the conclusion. And slap that yellow bar. I'll give Reyes a time. Which hasn't yet appeared, so I hope he slapped it quite hard. Torres will be next in. Zedhir Torres from Bolivia. Minas Pius of Estonia. Well, there you go. Confirmation of the top 8. Top 3, Velbrock, getting that gold medal. Second place to Marc-Antoine Olivier and Muffles. That's your top 16. Still waiting on a photo for 17th. I'm not sure why. It should come up soon. That's your top 25. All in and confirmed, down to the American David Heron, who finished 2 seconds behind our winner. This last few, see 2, 3, 4 more in my eye line now. So we're nearly, I think it's just Alan Vito, 70. So now 1, 2, 3 more to come in. So that's them all done. Vito's at the back of that lot. So yeah, we'll have everybody in very soon. Last few finishers coming in. That will be completion for Lanusa. Finish for Matagapon next. And the last 2 are, last 3, almost with us. Lanusa, Thai swimmer, then the youngster, the 14-year-old Alain Vito, will be in as well. And once he's done, and he's a little way back, it's probably about 250 meters from shore. Everybody will get a time, everybody will get a position, and then very soon after that we can commence the medal ceremony.
In ninth position, Mario Consuelo from Italy.
Of course, it's all about top 10 qualification for the Olympics as well. So France will have 2, Germany will have 2, and the Italians will have 2 for next year at the open water in Rio. Altrinieri, who led the race for so long, and you know, I've got to say I thought he was in for certainly a medal of some description. And last feeding station kind of disappeared from view a little bit. It's his way back into 6th position, but obviously outside the medals, but it's Olympic qualification anyway done for him. Veerman also will be back to defend his title 2020. And one more swimmer to come in, and then we are completed. And I think that is the youngster, the 14-year-old, not 15 till October, from Seychelles, Alain Vito. What a finish that was, though, the race itself, between the German and the Frenchman. There was nothing really to choose between them in the end. It was 0.02 of a second. There's Velbrock and the celebrations to match. And to be honest, he swam a brilliant race because he was always in the mix. Others drifted out, others drifted in, but he was pretty much always there or thereabouts from the start. Remember, actually dropping much outside the top 5 or 6, to be honest. And here comes our last finisher, and I think this will be our youngest competitor. It's finishing off. Now he's got a time. So we've got another swimmer coming in. We seem to have everybody on my sheet here. And there seems to be another swimmer coming in, which is a bit confusing. The Indian swimmer. Okay. Well, now according to my... no, it's not him. 69. Okay. That is Cheshire Kapsa of India, who isn't actually on our screen, which is rather confusing. In fact, it shows he's already finished. No, it doesn't. Sorry. Doesn't show he's finished at all. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 not on there now. So it's going to be exciting. I thought we had them all in, but there's actually a few more on the right of my screen who aren't in there yet. So that's the Indian finishing off, Sushrat Kapsa. So he gets 68th. So remember, the winning time was 1:47.55. So it means up to 2:27 to 17.
Go to the bathroom.
2:17 were allowed before the cutoff for anybody further back up the course. If you're with us belatedly, I'll just recap that top 10 for you. Florian Bellbrock of Germany, Marc-Antoine Olivier of France, Rob Muffles of Germany. They're the 1, 2, 3. So Germany getting 2 of the top 3 places. Hungarian Krzysztof Rozowski just missing out on another medal. He was only 0.1 or so behind Muffles. Vilimovsky in 5th. Gregorio Paltrinieri in 6th. Ferry Veerman of the Netherlands 7. Alberto Martinez, the Spaniards in front of me, were doing a jig of joy, a jig of delight for him getting a top 10 place and qualifying for the Olympics next year. And the second of the Italians, Mario Sanzulo. And David Aubrey of France, meaning 2 Frenchmen will be at the Olympics in open water next year. In the men's event, they qualified 1 in the women's event already. So who is still to finish? Let's see here, Torres of Bolivia, Reyes of Guatemala. It's those 2. And down the course, I can see another couple. See another 3, another 4 actually. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we will have everybody in the next 2 minutes. Quite a long wait for the winners, but it's a way worth it, especially when you've booked your place to Tokyo for next year. Terrific finish, terrific race actually, changed so much. Shows you the pattern of a 10K, very unpredictable. We saw it the other day with the Chinese coming through at the end, where barely mentioned her. There was nobody quite broke out the pack in the same way today, but it was just a case of holding his nerve for Bellbrock, German. 3 more in your picture. Torres of Bolivia, Santiago Reyes of Guatemala, Rinal Pius of Estonia. And then still 3 more. And they are a bit further back. Make it 4, I can see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So just 2 more. Who I don't see. Two, 3, 4, 5. It's 5 more, almost in. Torres of Bolivia, Reyes of Guatemala, Pius of Estonia, Atang Kapong of Thailand, and Lanusa. Now, the worrying thing for me is anyone who doesn't seem to be in sight is Alain Bido of Seychelles. Now, he's our 14-year-old. Now, there's 5 I can see. There needs to be a 6th for us to complete things. Now, where is our 14-year-old? Doesn't show he's not still active in the race, or does it? He may not still be going. Poppy is a long, long, long way back. He was 11 minutes behind Lanusa at the 9.2K mark, so I don't think we're going to see him finish anyway. He was just too far back. Torres next. Reyes. Reno Pierce. They're okay down there. Really well to finish it. I don't think we're going to see the youngster. I don't think the 14-year-old's going to make it. Not in time, anyway. Because we've got no checkpoint for Vito at 9.4K, so there's no indication that Vito is not still going, but Vito's not going to get here in time to get a time, I'm afraid. It's 9.2K mark. He was 11 minutes behind. The finishers are coming in now, so I think we can safely say that the 14-year-old from Seychelles, Alan Vito, is not going to register a time. Judge probably will decide when Lanusa comes in now. That'll be it. There's no physical way that Vito is going to get here by 2 hours and 17. That's the Estonian. This gets 72. Lanusa will finish next, and so that just means we have Vito out on the course, but he isn't going to get here in time, so I think they'll probably call it a halt, let him finish off, but he won't actually get an official time. We'll keep an eye on him for you if he's in sight by the time the medal ceremony takes place, but it's a long, long, long way back. So this is where they have to take a decision about what they do about the remaining swimmer, who is not going to be with us in time for the cutoff.
Take your time, no hurry.
Yeah, decided that they're going to park the respective boats. And the medal ceremony will follow fairly soon afterwards. Double celebration for Germany. France with 2 top 10 finishes. Kozlowski getting his position for the Olympics next year as well in 4th. So spare a thought for Jack Brunel, who will still have to do it again in terms of qualification, as he finished in 12th place. Unlike this race, where we actually had 74 start, the Olympic 10K comes down to 25. I think that's our man. I think we found him. There's Alan Vito, who is still going. And I don't know where he is because I can't see him, but one of our boats with a camera on it has found him. And bless his heart, he's still going. But he's going to get timed out in terms of, we also have to give him the time, so they're probably going to wait until the half hour is up. But say he's not even, I don't think, at the 9.4 stage yet. Let's have a look. Let's see if he's made the next time check. 14 years of age. Yeah, he's made the last time check, but he was 11 minutes behind the last finisher, so still got a long way to go. There he is. 14 years of age, and turned 15 until later this year. Alan Vito, so still going. Now, officially, I don't think he's going to get a time, but somebody hopefully will be clocking him from the shoreline, and we'll give him a time at some point. We'll give him another couple of minutes to come in, which is not going to happen. last time check 9.4K, so it's got 600 meters, about 500 meters to go now. Now, you can see the boats, but they're a long, long way away from the shoreline, as indeed is he. And I'd love to see him let him finish, but of course a lot of people now waiting on the pool deck, on the pontoon and on shore for a medal ceremony. We're going to finish in about 2 hours and 22, 23 minutes maybe. Give me 1 more minute. And, it's not going to happen for him. There he is, but he's not going to get to shore in that time. Not even visible to us yet. I think he will get timed down in terms of the half hour's grace that's given to the swimmers at the back of the pack. There he is. And there is the pontoon he's heading for, and that's where he is. I was mentioning the aquarium. It's on your left. They do hold off because the medal ceremony is still going when he's coming in. Won't get the reception he has deserved. A very plucky swimmer at 14 years of age on 10K. Not sure where he trains or how often he trains, but it will be quite an achievement for him to get through the World Championship 10K. As I mentioned yesterday, the last couple of days, the good thing about the open water, it does give a chance for quite a few of the non-swimming countries to get a look in. Of course, when we get in the pool, there will be some smaller swimming nations in the early heats, but this means at least they can compete in the same event as the higher profile countries and swimmers. Checking the watch, I think the watch will time 30 minutes is nearly up behind the winner. I think he's at least got another, to estimate for me, another 3 minutes maybe before he gets to shore. 3, maybe 4 minutes, maybe a bit more actually. So you have to monitor him all the way in, just in case anything untoward happens, but it's be strong enough. She's really been out in time. It's unlikely, but our screens and our information doesn't say he's timed out yet. They just allowed him to finish off, wouldn't it? Be a matter of maybe 4 or 5 minutes. Whilst he completes his 10K, so a little recap on what happened earlier on. Top 10, all with their qualifying positions for next year's Olympics. The ones who will get an automatic entry into Tokyo 2020 will be Florian Belbrock, our winner, Marc-Antoine Olivier in second, Rob Muffles in third, Krzysztof Rozowski of Hungary in fourth, Jordan Wilimowski, USA, Gregorio Paltrinieri of Italy, Perry Viertman of the Netherlands, Alberto Martinez of Spain, Mario Sanzulo of Italy, and David Aubrey of France. Just missing out in 11th place Esteban, Enrique Salgado, Jack Burnell, Thanasios Kinikakis, and Kai Edwards. 14th, 15th place went to Logan van Hoos of Belgium. So far for the one withdrawal. It's quite late. I think the referee's going to say time's up, is he? Yeah, still not come up on our screens as out of time. It must be about now. Well, he's in sight. Go on, let him finish. He's nearly here. 200 meters probably to go. Great for the young lad, 14 years of age, remember. Not 15 until 19th of October. Wait to see him finish off. Give him a bit of leeway. It should be half an hour, but past that, the conclusion of the front of the race. Give me a bit more time, that's good. A couple of minutes won't make a lot of difference to the swimmers who've got the medals, but it means an awful lot to this young man. Few in the stand, just waiting to acclaim his performance, and it really is an incredibly brave swim, incredibly gutsy swim to get through a 10K at the age of 14. And it's in sight, holding back, allowing him to finish things off. That's what he's going to do. Here he comes, Alain Vido, being allowed a little bit of latitude on the half hour. Will be given a time and will get as good a response and as good a reaction as the Frenchman and the two Germans who finished in the top three. A lot of people hanging around just to see the young man over the last few meters. That'll come as a massive relief to him when he hits that yellow barrier, which is almost in sight for him. Last few strokes, nearly there. That's the stand. They're ready to just congratulate him on completing. And last few strokes coming up. Come on, give it a good old whack. You know you want to. Yeah, he's in. He's in. Just about got the strength. That's where just about got the height to reach it as well. Well done. 14-year-old makes it to the end.
Just take your time.
And will register a time as well. In the end, he did. Actually, no, they've not. Ah, that's a shame. They've not given him a time. They've allowed him to finish, but they've not given him a time. He was outside the half-hour cut-off. So he gets a time right up to 9.4K, but doesn't get a time at the completion. What a shame. So right down to finisher 73 gets a time, but young Alain does not. Anyway, everybody home, if not quite hosed yet, and that will be, if you can remember that far back, the conclusion of the top 8 from about 35 minutes ago. Ryan Velbrock swam an incredibly intelligent race. Was always up there in the mix, competitive right the way through, and timed his finish to absolute perfection. He and Frenchman, stroke for stroke, and changed places. They were coming into the conclusion of the race, and that little funnel into the finish. But Olivier could not quite get the purchase he needed to get past the German. So German 1 and 3, Frenchman in the middle. That's a bit further down the field. We'll see where your nation's swimmers finished. Brandel, another of the pool swimmers who's made that acclimatization to open water. Chinese in 54. Ellen Rawi, 56. Chervinsky, the oldest swimmer, just talked about the youngest swimmer, the oldest swimmer at the age of 37, coming in 58th. India's top finisher, in fact the only finisher, because they only had one in the end, was Shushat Kapse. And as you see, Vito out of time. So no time registered. The last one to get a time was in 7 seconds. Seems okay. Doesn't seem to have any ill effects from his 10K swim. It's quite fresh, considering. So check him out, make sure he's okay. Being asked by everybody if he is all right. And, he's walking unaided. So I think it's a job very well done for the young man as we have a little recap on how the day has progressed. Say some just decide they don't want to go quite as early. Certainly those maybe that know they're not going to be in the front pack, just hanging back a little bit to go in at their leisure. Around the boys they go. They're always pivotal moments when they do that, because especially when they come around the buoy for the feeding station, things can change so rapidly, as we saw. Can have quite an advantageous or sometimes detrimental effect on your chances of doing well in the race. Feeding station, which is an art in itself. Make sure you get the drink on the end of the pole to the right swimmer at the right time. Try and take the instructions on board from the coaches on the pontoon. Albrock and Marc-Antoine Olivier just edged out the Frenchman by the German. And then the German following in their wake. Rob Muffles. And there's the celebration as he gets back on dry land for the 22-year-old German, who now will have had a lot of time to consider, will have done some interviews, and will be getting himself ready for the medal ceremony. A couple of Germans will be on there, one French woman, which is a bit of a relief to them after missing out on the medal the other day in the women's 10K. That's how it all started. Some 2 hours and 27 minutes ago now. Be careful of those bottles, you don't knock a swimmer out as they come through. That's what I'm talking about, the slightly unpredictable nature of the feeding station. So tight, so tight. Top three then separated out to the Hungarian in fourth. All finishing desperate to get to that touchpad. And Hungarian just missing out on a medal by, I think, 0.1 of a second in the end. A lot of celebration in the French camp, similarly in the Italian camp, and the Germans tonight, because of the qualification places they've attained and achieved for next year at Tokyo 2020. Okay, medal ceremony will take place, not in the position we had it last time, a bit further up. That will be same place. Everybody's massed at the other end at the moment.